We're starting. Hi, everyone. Welcome in this afternoon. Today, I would like to do a short training for you on grieving the loss of a parent. Our foundational member of the family is now gone. So, welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. I'm sorry I've been out a couple days without posting training videos. Figured I'd give you a little break to catch up on everything I've posted recently. I also wanted to let you know that I did start putting my things on a YouTube page, but again, due to my um, illiteracy, I actually created two pages. So I'm not sure how to combine them or if I'm going to, or if I will just leave them separate. One is Dawn Lubsdorf Coaching, and that is at Dawn-Lubsdorf. And the other one is just Dawn Lubsdorf. And that one is at Dawn Lubsdorf, all one word. So if you want to check that out on YouTube, you certainly can. I'm hoping to get a little better at it as time goes on. I'm realizing that they're different between my computer and my phone, obviously, an app and the online version. But I ran out of ability to load any more videos on the one on my phone. So I will try to get back to that tomorrow. Let me know if you have any suggestions about that as well, because I'm really not that great at it. So today, again, the training on grieving the loss of a parent, how to heal when that foundation of your family is gone. So whether your relationship with your parents was, or your parent was a good one, or if it was complicated, or somehow in between, the loss of your parent still shakes you. And that's completely understandable because you're not just losing the person, it's like losing a part of your root system, your history, your safe place, or sometimes a hope of what could have been if you were just building a relationship with them. I know myself personally, I felt that way last year when my mother in law passed away because for 34 years, 33 years, she was not a fan of Dawn. And once in a while we'd get along. The other times she just didn't want anything to do with me. And when she was home for hospice, she actually realized that I've been genuine for the last 30 years. And we began to develop a very wonderful relationship. And I grieved that portion because what could have been? You know, if had we been friends the entire time I was married to her son, or I have been married to her son, we probably would have had a really great relationship. And we would have enjoyed each other's company. I know we would. So, there's another one where you grieve the loss of what could have been. So, if you haven't met me yet, again, I'm a grief and loss coach. I'm the creator of the Rising After Loss 12-week program from Journey from Grief to Peace, where I help grieving hearts like yourself reclaim their purpose without guilt, without shame, and without pressure to move on. So, if you've lost a parent, whether it's last month or 20 years ago, today I'm holding this space for you. Drop a heart in the comments if you've lost a parent. You can share their name if you wish, and if you're showing up for them today, and also for yourself and your healing. Got that heart in the comments? Good. So today I want to walk you through 3 powerful truths about grieving the loss of our parent. These may validate some of what you're already feeling, or things that you may have been carrying maybe in silence for a long time. They might also open a door to healing that you didn't know you still had available to you. Like maybe you thought that window of opportunity to grieve over a specific thing has passed. That never happens in grief. So, point number one, parental loss does not have an expiration date. You don't have to get over losing your parent. Grief does not obey a timeline, and it doesn't fade just because years passed. My father passed away in 1999. That's a long time ago. And I still think of him many days as though it was yesterday when he passed. A certain thing that he would say, or a certain recipe that we make, and just little mannerisms in my girls that I see that were part of the way he was. So sometimes those things even get louder as you move forward. When you wish they were here for the weddings, new babies being born, the hard days, and even just the ordinary days, like I said, sometimes I wish he would just call me on the phone and say, "Hey, what's your plan for the day?" When he was here, oh, I hated hearing that. He would call, "Dawn, what's your plan for the day?" And I knew it meant I would have to come over and help with something. But gosh, I sure wish that he could call me today and ask me if I would come over and help him with something, because I would jump on it in a heartbeat. So if you still feel waves of grief, even years after, you're not alone and you're not broken. You're human. Drop a yes in the comments below if you've ever surprised yourself with how deeply you still grieve that loss after years and years. Point number two, your relationship may have been complicated, but it does not invalidate your grief. Not everyone has the perfect, loving family relationship with their parents. Some of us grieve what we had, some of us grieve what we never had, and some of us grieve both at the same time. There may even be guilt, anger, or regret, or even relief, followed by deep shame over feeling that relief. But complex grief is still grief. Say truth in the comments if your relationship with your parents was layered or complicated. Point number three, you carry pieces of them that can be your source of strength. Your parents shaped your entire life and shaped who you are. So whether it's their laugh that you hear in your own or in your children's, your resilience, your passion, or even a lesson that you learned from their imperfections. Something that bothered you so bad when you were younger, and now that your parents are not here, you realize that slowly as an adult you begin to adapt the opposite of what your parents were because you knew you never wanted to be that way. So you learn from their imperfections, but you notice it now, and sometimes it can make you feel sad. They live in your story, in your choices, your courage, and you get to carry them forward, not just mourn their absence. They're always going to be part of you. Give me a 3 if you've ever caught a glimpse of yourself in that. If you've ever caught a glimpse of them in yourself, and if it's made you smile. I know I do. A lot. I notice little things too, and probably just coincidental. Like little things that my parents used to say that I hear my grandchildren saying, and my parents weren't even here for my grandchildren. It's just funny how that happens. So how many times we probably don't realize that we actually say those things that our parents did, like, "I'm going to make some pancakes," my dad used to always say. And my daughter passed away, or my dad passed away when my daughter was 5 months old. And when she was growing up, she used to say pancakes all the time. "I want some pancakes for breakfast on Sunday." It was kind of funny. And we laughed about it and said, "Huh, there's my dad." So let's recap those truths about grieving our parent. There is no limit for this kind of grief, no timeline whatsoever. Your relationship didn't have to be perfect to grieve a loss very deeply. Sometimes, because our relationship wasn't perfect, we grieve that loss even deeper. And number three, you carry their essence with you. And that can become one of your strengths. You carry parts of them forward that were the most magnificent things about them. And they're part of you, and they're part of your children, and they'll be part of your children's children. You are allowed to grieve. You are allowed to feel everything, and you are worthy of healing. So let me ask you, how many of you are still grieving the loss of your parent, and it feels like you haven't had space, the support, or the tools to truly begin healing at all? I see you. I want you to know you don't have to stay that way. You don't have to stay in that place. Inside my 12-week program, Rising After Loss, I help people navigate deep and personal grief, including the heartbreak of losing a parent. Together, we walk the path from pain to peace, from surviving to rising, and into a life of purpose. Once again, you learn to carry that grief in a way that honors both yourself and your loved one. So if you want to learn how to honor your parents' memory without drowning in your sorrow, make peace with all those complicated emotions, regrets, or unfinished stories that still need to be told, and to start living again with strength, love, and clarity, send me a message. I would love to talk. We'll talk. I'll listen. And if it feels like the right fit, I'll share how I can help you move forward with grace and support. If not, I will help you find a path toward healing that suits your needs. So if you found value in today's little training, please comment value below or leave it a little heart for me. Let me know if you're watching this live or on a replay. I'm really excited to get it out there to you. I know I've had a few people asking me why I'm spending so much time lately on pet loss, but when those are the people that are reaching out to me and asking for those trainings, that's what I'm doing. And if you would like to see a different topic, please make sure to reach out to me. Send me a message. Just message underneath this. You'd like to see more parental loss trainings, or you'd like to see a loss of a sibling training. Let me know. I'm not sure what everybody out there is looking for. And I do send out messages to people periodically asking if there's anything specific they would like me to train on. But just let me know. And let me know what part of this training today touched your heart the most. If you found it valuable, and if you want to see more like this, let me know. That's what I'm here for. I've also included the link to my Calendly. It's in the comments below. If you decide that you want to book a clarity call, it's a completely free call. It's 1 hour of your time where we spend together. I allow you to tell your story. I hold the space for you to realize where you're at and where you want to go. And if it feels like it's a good fit for one of the programs that I offer, then we can discuss what it might look like to work together. I also have the 6-week group coaching program that will be starting up in a few weeks again. I start that over each month, and I only allow 10 people into that group. So I can keep it quite personal, even though it's a group session. So again, if your heart is still carrying that weight of losing your parent and you're ready to start your healing, not just coping, let me know. Let me know what other topics you'd like trainings on. I hope this was helpful. I thank you so much again for showing up this afternoon. I really enjoy doing these trainings. If I look at how we were a couple of months ago. I was so afraid, and I was constantly, I'm going to forget about this, or I don't have that, or I have my notes, and I was freaking out all the time. It's just really natural, and I look forward to being here to talk to you guys. And I want to thank you for watching and thank you for sharing. You're not alone. And just like the roots of a tree, your connections to them run deep, even as you rise. I'll see you on the next training. Sending you lots of love for a great rest of your afternoon. And thank you again for being here. Bye bye.